What we're going to do now is solve by factoring. That means when we have it with parentheses, we're going to set each factor to equal to 0, which you see here. That's called the zero product property. So if I have 2d plus 6, so I'm going to go 2d plus 6, I'm going to make it equal to 0, and I'm going to solve this. So if I subtract 6, 2d, and I get a negative 6, and divide by 2, I get d equals a negative 3. Now, what we need to do is do the other factor. So I'm going to underline that blue. So I'm going to do the same thing. And we can only do this once we have everything factored. So if I take that factor, make it equal 0, and solve it by adding 15 to both sides, I get 3d equals 15 divided by 3. I get d equals 5. And so my answers are negative 3 and 5 in this problem. So we just solved an equation when we had factors. So in a case like this problem, we don't have parentheses, we don't have factors. So we need to factor it. And to do that, I'm going to get the letters on the same side. So c squared, I'm going to minus the 3c, and I'm going to make it equal to 0. So now I have it equal to 0, which is the zero product property. And now I want to factor this. So to factor that, what's common between these two? And it's c. And when I factor out the c, I get c minus 3. And there's my parentheses. Remember, that's factoring by with distributive. And once we have it factors, we set each factor equal to 0. So I can take c and I equal to 0. Well, that one's done. But then we have a c minus 3 equals 0. And to do that, I'm going to add 3 to both sides. And so I have c equals 3. So there's my answers. But I had to go through the process of factoring. And then I can solve. If you look at the first problem, you can always do that problem or solve a problem when it's already in factored form.